Alright. I was told to put out a message. Even if nobody watches, I was told to put out this message, and I've already put it out on my Instagram channel. So, in the dream realm, there are ways to level up. And basically, what you could do is you level up by helping people through their shit in the dream realm, right? So the more people you help, the more that you can go to the next level. So before bed last night, I prayed, and I said, Father, I'm done being on this level. Would you please allow me to go to the next level so that I can help more people? So I basically leveled up to the next level, and I'm in New York City. So the dream was preceded by a bunch of other mini dreams, like I was in other people's dreams, going in and trying to warn them about something, but I didn't know what I was warning. So I finally get to the city. So I'm in the city, and I'm talking to everybody, like I'm telling everybody, I'm like, you guys, we have to go, he's coming. And in my mind, I didn't know what I was talking about. Like, I was like, who's coming, da da da. But I just said, just go. So I'm warning people, and I'm telling them, and I'm like, I'm riled up. I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And so I'm starting to walk out, of the city, and I'm on the bridge. And I'm just like, yeah, let's go. We're getting out right in time, right? And then I go to look behind me. Nobody came. Like, nobody was there, right? And so I'm like, oh, shoot. And I start running. And then I see in the air, like, a huge fucking, I don't know how to explain it, like, tidal wave type shit, right? And then the whole water collapses over the city and, like, drowns everything. And so I was on the bridge, and I was starting to run back towards the city to try to get everybody to come out. And then the water basically goes on the bridge and pushes me. So I'm all the way, like, there's an area with, like, trees. I've never been in New York, but there's an area with, like, trees, and there's, like, a little like a rock enclosure where if you go into the rock, there's like a almost like a under the bridge type thing with, like, rocks and all the other stuff, but there you could actually go inside of there. So I'm laying on the ground, almost like dead or whatever, appearing to be, but one of my eyes was open like this, right? So my eye was open, and then I saw death on a white horse, y'all. I was not afraid, I was not anything, but I was still laying there, like, just viewing and seeing what else is to come, what else is coming. So death walks over me, followed by a tons of other deities behind him on horses, and then there's people who are walking behind. So he goes into the cave, and then like goes through a wall in the cave. So when I, like, wake up, or, like, just get up, it's because I saw somebody that I knew. And I was like, oh my God, my sister, or you're my sister. And then she was like, you've made it, da da da. And then we started hugging and crying and stuff like that. And so then I went in with the cave, with Death, and with the rest of them, right? The next following dream, I was standing at the foot of a dark cave, and hold on, let me remember. So I was standing in the foot of a dark cave, and I was like 7 years old, and I started singing, Baba Rumila, Baba Baba toda je. And then I was just standing there and closing my eyes, and a candle was handed to me, and it had a small flame, but it was handed to me in the cave. So after all of that, I was basically pulled into a different realm, and I'm sitting at a table in a white room. So the whole room is like bright white, but you could see like stained glass, like colors popping through. So it was almost like I was sitting in a white opal, and it had like shimmery colors dancing through. And I was a 7-year-old girl again. And then the deity in front of me, who sat in front of me, was I believe it was Oromila, because I was singing to him, right? And then he made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I was like starving, and I started scarfing it down. And then he goes, you have to send out the warning. You have to tell them. And then I looked at him and I go, what? What am I needing to say? And you have to say what you saw. Say what you saw. And I was just like, did you see how many people followed me? I saw none. I saw no one. And then he's like, it doesn't matter. If you set the spark, everything else will follow. So it's just like if you start something, it'll just ripple, so that people will be warned. So I then basically just communicate and talk to him for a little bit, and I wanted to figure out, how do we stop what is to come, and like how do we save and try to keep our people cool. And what basically he was saying is there needs to be an Ebo to death. There needs to be a major Ebo to death. There needs to be a major Ebo to Oya. So those two figures who were basically going to take all of the souls that died, they were the ones they need to be like placated and calmed down. Because when I was talking to him, I was like, is there a way to talk to you to confirm about a whole city? And then he goes, okay. So he said, you can divine by taking, he said, skipping past everyone. So, when you divine for someone's head, you go above the head and divine for a city. And I was like, you could do that? You can divine for a whole city? And he's like, yeah, you can divine for a city. I was like, that's lit. But basically, that's all that I remember. But all of the other dreams leading up, I was in a girl dream. She was a divine feminine, right? Her partner had this honey red hair, and then she had blonde hair that was really long, and they were communicating. They was mad at each other back and forth. And then I told her, I was like, calm down, it's not that big of a deal, this is another test. And then so they both calmed down and then got together. And then like I go through a million other people's dreams, right? And then basically I'm just like talking and just like helping and da-da-da. And all in all, I wouldn't be putting this out because I don't like how people don't listen. Not just to me, but to a lot of the people who are highly gifted. They're like, oh, she's lying or she's this. And I'm just like, I don't care. I was going to keep it to myself. I was just going to like text some people and be like, hey, what's going on? We need to do this on our own. But I looked around and I started talking to my people, and they're like, you need to say it on a grand scale. You need to say it on a big platform. If nobody listens, that's their issue. That's their fault. You know who you are. You know who God ordained you to be, right? And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Not like I have a choice, most of the time. But other points of the time, I'm just like, I'm gonna do what you say. People could call me crazy. Like right now, my left ear is buzzing. When my left ear rings, 90% of the time is people talking shit. And then, yeah, 90% of the time is people talking shit. And I don't care. I've gotten to the point where I've reached the apex of what I say is not giving a hoot about what other people think. But if in all of this we could save people, we can make sure that what is to come, what revelation is to come, that it doesn't happen, or that we can stop it on a large scale, and then it'll just be like a small thing, then we've done our job. It'll just be a few raindrops, versus an Oya storm. An Oya storm or raindrops. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if we can put that into motion, everybody could call me crazy. Everybody could call me whatever they want, and that's fine with me. Because the amount of stuff that I have stopped previously, I'm happy with that. I've been doing this since I was a little girl. So I don't know. Something about last night's dream woke me up. It didn't wake me up. It woke me up. Like shook me, slapped me in the face, and just like stop. You need to listen. Like you just leveled up to the next dream realm. This is what's about to happen. You need to stop it. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to communicate. So all in all, I think that the spiritual realm, as much as it is, like, because currently we're in retrograde, right? Uh-oh. Basically what I'm hearing is you have no choice but to listen. If you don't listen, many people's lives are at stake. We wouldn't have sent the dream if we didn't want to warn you. Like, we wouldn't have showed you if we didn't want you to help. So basically what I tend to do is I want to be a bridge between the spiritual realm and our realm, so that I could learn to communicate on a high level, on their level, and then communicate on our level exactly the way that they're thinking on the high level, but talk it down to our level. Because the amount of like understanding that they have is so high that when I try to communicate it, it seems like very like trivial, like I can't get the words exactly the way that they say it out. So when they send the dreams are basically a way to communicate what they're saying specifically to when I don't listen. So sometimes I don't listen because I don't want to appear to be crazy or da da da. I had to learn how to get over that. And so now when they're sending the dreams, they could send the more in-depth ones so that I can put it out and communicate it. So this is about the time that the twin flame energy is necessary. This is about the time that the twin flame and the soulmate energy is necessary to push back like cataclysms like these. You need love. You need support. You need energy to push it back, you know. Anyway, that's what I got last night, and I don't have anything else to say, to be honest with you. People watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't. But the main message that I'm hearing is, if you don't listen, just be prepared. In life, there are many choices. Sometimes, slow down. Oh, okay. In life, there are many choices. Sometimes the best choice is to listen. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me.